Transgender daycare worker avoids prison after essay abusing a baby during diaper change. A trans-identified male in Kentucky has reached a plea deal after being charged with essay a baby and will avoid prison so long as they meet certain conditions. Maria Childers, a former daycare worker, hired a prominent trans activist lawyer to represent them in this case. Childers was arrested in February 2023 after the Department of Community-Based Services (DCBS) received an anonymous tip detailing an alleged incident of abuse that had occurred in November of 2022 at Explore Learning Academy. The tip, reportedly written by one of Childers' co-workers, accused them of making inappropriate comments towards an infant while changing the child's diaper and touching the baby inappropriately. Redux has now obtained court records detailing the full complaint against Childers, which showed they were accused of both physical and sexual abuse whilst employed at the daycare. Following the receipt of the initial anonymous complaint, a DCBS caseworker and a police officer from the Badaka Police Department went to the daycare on February 8, 2023 to interview witnesses. After speaking to a number of staff, they were able to corroborate the anonymous report. According to witness testimony, a co-worker had asked Childers for assistance in changing an infant's diaper. While Childers was cleaning the baby's genitals, the co-worker noticed that the infant appeared to be in distress and asked Childers if they were hurting the baby. She then witnessed Childers rub the infant's genitals in a circular motion while saying, "That was her CLRT area and she likes it. It just made her day." While Childers was reported to management at the academy, he was only given a write-up. Police later learned that Childers had also been accused by other co-workers of leaving the children in high chairs for hours without care. After being taken to the police station for questioning, Childers initially complained he had not changed the infant's diaper at all, and later admitted to having done so after an officer presented him with evidence in the form of a text that Childers had sent to the daycare's directors confirming the baby's diaper had been changed. Childers then tried to deny they had ever said anything inappropriate, but admitted they often said things that were taken out of context. Childers was placed under arrest and charged with 1 count of first-degree essay of a victim under 12 and 3 counts of first-degree criminal abuse of a child under 12. He was then booked at the McCracken County Jail. There has been some confusion over the spellings of Childers' last name, with the court's police and his social feeds having different spellings, alternating between Childers and Childress. The Kentucky Court of Justice has the name spelled Childress, but the own signature and defense documents read Childers. While Childers was initially marked as a male by both police and the jail, internal documents obtained by Redux reveal that Childers' recorded sex was later switched to female by the McCracken County Jail. Court records show that just 1 month after being booked on the felony charges, Childers privately retained trans activist lawyer Madison Leach to represent them. Leach, a male who began identifying as a woman 7 years ago, was the first openly transgender candidate to seek public office in Western Kentucky, where they ran as a Democrat for the Callaway County Attorney seat. Leach recently threatened to leave Kentucky over Senate Bill 150, which would make it optional for public school teachers to use a student's preferred pronouns. After taking the case, Leach submitted a motion to reduce Childers' bond, complaining that they did not have access to estrogen while in solitary confinement at McCracken County Jail. After some negotiation with the court, the motion was ultimately approved and Childers' bond was reduced from $100,000 to $5,000 surety. The bond conditions included no contact with children and to remain away from the daycare where Childers had been employed. Childers was released from custody in January of 2024. On January 29, 2024, Childers struck an apparent deal with prosecutors. In exchange for a guilty plea, the charge of first-degree SA of a victim under 12 was amended to Class A misdemeanor S misconduct, and the remaining abuse charges were dropped. Judge Joseph Roque handed Childers a 12-month penalty but withheld sentencing and imposed a conditional discharge for 6 months. If Childers abides by the conditions set by the court during the 6-month period, they will not serve any prison time at all and may not receive a criminal record.